Give us a foolproof pickup line. Something you'd say to someone to like get their number or something.
Yo.
Anything.
I've got guababa, okay?
You don't ask people for their numbers.
I'm always just like, I'll just like have a weird sneeze. And it's like, oh my word, our flu, do you have tissue? I can't flirt to save my life. I'm so embarrassing. I am so embarrassed. I'm just like, hey, please date me. I don't have a dad. Like, I'll say weird stuff.
Not please date me. I got daddy
Please,
issues.
yeah,
Sympathy
I'm
on
just
me.
like, oh my word, please.
What is wrong with
I
you?
need therapy, please.
I can't do no small talk, no small talk. I'm not with the small talk. Can't be with the small talk.
What's up, 5FM family? Welcome back to another 5 Unscripted. My name is Zanele Potelwa. I am one of your lunchtime queens, baby. On 5 Lunch, of course. And today, I have got a guest that is going to leave you better. Somebody that you're going to love even more. And you know what? I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to give you an introduction that will allow you to know him just a little bit more, if you don't know just yet. So, put some respect on his name when you say TikTok, because the streets of the social media, he loves to rock. He's made the biggest brands and all of SA remember his name because ain't nobody do it like him in the game. He's a table shaker, the joke maker. He's the one of the most creative humans you'll meet. That's why you'll catch him at the top of the social media sheet. I'll explain that later. He's also your number one MC. He'll make any event the place to be. He's the sweetest human with a little bit of spice. And I'm talking about somebody who's nice. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, beautiful people, please welcome Alfie.
Yay! I'm out here blushing. Wow, what an introduction.
It's true though.
What?
That is who you are.
I can't believe that. Please, I need that.
I'll send
Please.
it. I'll
Okay,
send
I'm going
it,
to
don't
credit
worry.
you. I'm
I
going to frame it.
Oh, you're so cute. Alfie, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you so much for having me,
Of
Z.
course. Can you see that we were on the same wavelength today? We're wearing the same
always.
thing. Like,
Combos will always communicate.
Listen.
And I think that also happened the last time we had our last interview.
yes.
We actually had something going on. We
Something.
always do.
I
We
love
always
this for
do.
us. Except your t-shirt, drink milk original coffee sweet. What is going on there?
Okay, let me tell you. It's milk.
Milk, okay, but then why
Right,
is there a
but then
cat in
there's
the...
just because cats like milk.
But then why are there 2 cats and 1 cat?
Because they share.
Don't worry. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's all right. I'm just glad that you're here.
This makes it really awkward because also I'm a dog person.
Yeah,
so I don't
me
know.
too, actually.
Would you rather I had the
Off?
interview?
I don't think it's allowed to go on YouTube if you
Like,
do
oh,
so.
yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
please.
my word. Then he was flashing us.
Thank you, exactly. Now you're not allowed back at the SABC. Please, Alfie, please. Alfie, you are such an incredible talent. You are a TikToker. You are now a TV presenter. You are an MC extraordinaire. Someone who's been doing it for 10 years. That's 10 years.
Yeah.
Plus
Crazy.
even.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
I want to start from even before you started doing the MC. Take us back to 7-year-old Alfie.
Ooh.
What was what you wanted to do? Who did you grow up with? Let us in that.
I mean, 7-year-old Alfie just wanted to talk.
Okay.
That's what we knew from the onset. He wants to talk.
Yeah.
And before I could do anything, I was just like a blabbermouth. I was a really, really tiny kid who had a lot of opinions. I had a lot to say about everything. And I think my mom hated that because, I'd walk into your house and be like, okay, that's ugly. And my mom is just like, oh my word, this is why you don't go anywhere.
Wait, were you that kid who would go up to
was.
people and be like,
I was.
you're dressed disgusting
I was.
today?
What was worse was that I would eavesdrop conversations at home, Then when somebody arrives, I'm just like, by the way, you need to sort out your lending problem because my grandmother says you don't stop borrowing. So
I am done.
yeah,
You're the person who would have visitors and you're like, by the way, I heard your husband's
Just
cheating.
let you know. Exactly. So I'd get into trouble for it quite a lot. But I also enjoyed singing. I come from a family of people who just enjoy music.
Wow.
And we're a really tiny family. We've always been such a small family. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to do. And I just grew
Yes.
up. And I think because of the family I come from, My family decided a while before I arrived that he's gonna do our PR.
Come on.
We're not gonna do anything.
Yes.
He will just handle the PR side
I love
of the
that.
family.
That's probably why they had you,
Exactly.
I love that.
Sure.
You know, a family with a plan. That's what I
Yes,
like.
yes.
But of course, Alfie, you know, so much of what our family puts into our lives allows us to become the people that we are
course.
today.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So speak to me about you getting to high school, right? And now having to then decide what you're going to do after school. Was it something that you decided on your own, or were they like, actually, we support you?
I think a lot of what I decided to do in high school was because of the circle of friends that I had. I have had my friends, I've known some of my friends for over 20 years now, because we were in the same primary school, in the same high school, and we all sort of chose the same sort of subjects.
Yes.
We were like, you could see that we were all friends because we shared similarities in how we spoke and, you know, how we presented ourselves and the things that we were really ambitious about. So we, you know, if there was prescribed poetry, you'd catch us there. If there was public speaking, debating, drama, all of that sort of stuff, you know, because we were friends at school, but also friends after school, you know. So it just didn't make sense to now go hang out with other people. So yeah, I'll just join debating, I guess.
Yes.
You know. So that also influenced my subjects. I mean, some of the subjects that I chose, I was like, what was I thinking?
What was I doing?
And I had so in matric you have 7 subjects. I had 8.
Oh,
I had
overachiever.
English, Afrikaans, mathematics, LO.
Yes.
Biology, life sciences,
Yes.
physical sciences,
What?
IT, and computer applications technology and accounting. Yes,
Alfie.
and accounting.
Alfie, what school was this where you can do
this
900
was Willamore
subjects?
High.
Yes.
This was Willamore High in Benoni, and I mean, if you had the brains to do it.
Oh, it's Benoni, that's why.
I know. I'm trying so hard to keep our rep up. I'm trying so hard.
Oh, no.
So,
But I
yeah.
love that. With you saying if you had the brains to do it, I was somebody where I wanted to be a doctor, right?
Sure.
I always joke and say, like, my marks, they didn't want to be a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because I used to spend all of my time doing debating the whole time.
Exactly.
And, like, I was acting and all of these other things.
Exactly.
And then, like, school would just fall by the wayside. But
then
now
it
I was
clicked.
about to relate with you. But now,
Exactly.
no, you said
I
you were
mean,
clever.
No. So I've mastered the art of knowing a little just to get by.
I love that.
Just to get by. I'm not gonna overachieve.
Of course.
I just know enough so that, you know, should anyone just trying to come, you know,
Of course.
hustle me up, I'm just like, no, I'm ready for you.
I got you.
I'm ready.
I'm stigmat, book smart, all of it, okay? And
Bye.
he's lying because he's got a degree, okay? And two, sorry, okay. So tell me this: you go and get your degree. Oh, sorry, 2 degrees. And you are now deciding on whether or not to actually go into the PR that you studied for.
Yes.
How did AMCing come about, and how did you decide to leave PR, or not necessarily as a whole, but as in to try and balance it with everything else?
So the MC has been happening for a while, but it happened on a small scale.
Okay.
So I was a very avid church-going person.
Okay.
I still am.
Hallelujah.
And at church, church is such an incredible place because you get to discover aspects about yourself while you're with others. So I discovered I can sing. I discovered that I'm a speaker.
Yeah.
So they try to groom that at church. And what then would happen, because church has got all these events happening, somebody will pass away, somebody will get married,
Yes.
or we have a youth conference, or we have whatnot, and they would be like, okay, Sipho, you're going to MC this one.
Wow.
So the first wedding I MC'd, I was, I think, 17 years of age.
Sure.
Yes, I was 17. There's a picture. I actually posted a picture of it on Instagram, and everyone's just like, bro,
Yes.
what was going on?
Oh, were you okay?
You know?
Yes.
So I emceed that wedding, and I always say this. It was at that moment. It's almost like somebody tapped me on the shoulder and said, "This here,
Yeah.
this is where you belong, buddy."
Sure.
So I spent all my life trying to look for those moments. All my life. So if there was a presentation that needed to be done in varsity,
was you?
put me first. If there was something that needed to be, I was just there. So And I'd be, I mean, I was an annoying child, you know. I'd even come to you. Like, if I find out you're getting married, I'm just like, hey, listen.
You need an MC.
You need an MC.
But a good one at that.
And let me tell you, I know a guy. I know a guy.
I know a guy who knows a guy.
I know a guy, okay? just give him a shot, you know?
Yeah.
So that then grew my confidence, and that then sort of grew the passion for MCing and all that sort of stuff. And that's why we are 24 years into MCing. No, man, no. 20.
You're not over 40 when
okay. No, oh, sorry. Hi. 13 years,
there
my
we
man.
go. It's like, hey, we're more high. We are not sure.
This is such a meme.
Did you do the right matrika and mark
such a meme. But yes, we're over a decade old. That's all I know.
It.
Yes.
Yes. And this is why you continue to do such big things.
I try.
With such big brands.
Yes. And get to meet people like you.
Stop!
It's so incredible how every time I bump into you, you just leave some deposit of life into me. You always expect so much more, and it's almost like you predict the next move, because the first time I saw you, you were like, yo, what if you do the summers one day? And I was like,
yes,
she's onto something.
And I was onto something.
And you were onto something, and it unfolded.
Yes.
I was just like, that girl is, she knows how to cook.
Alfie, listen, I feel like I'm just a person who sees it in you. You're the person who puts out that vibe, who allows us to be like, yo, this guy needs to be on this stage. He needs to be on this huge platform, such as the Summers. If you did not know, Alfie was one of the red carpet hosts of the South African Music Awards for 2022. Tell us about that, because, of course, you just brought it up because it is something that means a lot to you.
Oh, my word.
It means a lot to me because it's inspiring, the fact that you even thought about it and then you made it a reality.
Sure.
Tell us about that moment when you got told about it.
So I live by a mantra, amongst others, that proper preparation will meet proper grace and proper opportunity. And when those collide, that is just a moment of God's grace.
Amen.
In our lives. That's when God is just on some, I'm showing off.
That's right.
That's on me. That's what
right.
I do.
Yes.
You know? And the Summers with that, for me, it's almost like everything sort of came full circle. If you probably know this.
Yes.
And every creative I've ever spoken to will always say this. Every child dreams of being that one UTV presenter. Right? It's like the biggest gig. You literally watched all of those shows, Wild Room, and then you're like, that I need to be on that sofa. I need to be on that couch. And that's what the Summers were for me.
Wow.
But I was so shocked at how soon they came. Because yes, I've been doing what I've been doing, but I was just doing things.
We're just trying things.
Like hustling.
Yes.
And then that opportunity came, and wow.
Sure.
God did the most.
And you killed it, dude. When I saw you there on that big screen, I was like, woo, that's Alfie, baby.
It was crazy. And I sort of developed a new level of respect for people like you, because you have all of these directors speaking to you in your head, and they're like, listen, you need to cut this interview, and we need to now go to this camera. And I was just like, what? And it just worked. And it was beautiful. It was an incredible moment.
Yes. And of course, what Alfie is talking about, when you do this and then all of a sudden you need to be over here, and then we're just like that.
Sure.
Exactly.
Sure.
But Alfie, I feel like you absolutely killed it. And with you talking about how preparation meets opportunity and just meets hard work and everything, I honestly think that you're one of the biggest examples of just being in a phase of preparing, and then when that big thing came, that big year that allowed you to be seen by absolutely everyone, it was so sweet. So I know that there's a lot of people out there right now who are working really hard, right?
Sure.
And they're kind of like, but when is my turn?
Yeah.
What would you say to them right now? And can you talk to us about that moment when it did all eventually click and you were getting on all of the platforms you wanted to, you were working with all of the brands you wanted to, and it just happened?
At the right time, it happens. Excuse me. Sometimes we rush things.
Yeah.
It's natural, you may think that this is the right time, and sometimes it isn't the right time. There are instances where you will miss a golden opportunity thinking that it's on you. Meanwhile, you're just being prepared for your actual opportunity.
Come on.
You know?
Yes.
But it's so important to constantly prepare. Constantly prepare. I always say this. I don't shower sing. You know how people shower sing? I
Yes.
shower interview.
Oh, I love that.
I shower interview. So
Yes.
I don't know. I really, this is some really crazier stuff. But from a young age, something constantly told me that I'd be doing a lot of interviews. So when I get the time, I'm just like, oh, welcome, Alfie. It's been so great. Tell us what you've been out to. I always respond, thank you. Just flown in from LA. Jet lag.
Exactly.
So and it's so bizarre because when you're sitting outside the bathroom listening to him, you're just like, we need him in a mental institution ASAP.
Yes.
Okay, we need him there ASAP with a straight jacket and all. But when you see these things unfold, and my friends have been privy to all of these sort of things, and when we see them unfold, usually I'm not even in the moment. Somebody will come back to me and be like, but going back to your question, keep preparing. It will come at the right time.
Yeah.
It will come at the right time. There are people it takes 20 years. There are people it takes 40 years. I always listen to Viola Davis. I always listen to all of these people who we see huge now.
Yes.
Taraji and them. And they're like, oh, I only got my first break when I was 42 years of age. And you're like, what? And you're constantly panicking that you're not getting there.
I'm
you're
leaving my 20s. I'm leaving my 30s.
No.
Yeah.
Rest. It's gonna come at the right time, and when it comes, it's just for you. You can't even miss it. It will
Exactly.
sit on your lap and will be like, yeah, I've arrived. Let's go.
I love that. It's for you and it will
Yes.
sit on your lap.
Yeah.
And that is the thing, that it genuinely is a mold that was made for you.
Exactly, and there will be no contention. There won't be any friction. There won't be any sort of like you're just like doubting yourself and whatnot. When it's there, and it's gonna give you all the skills, the aids you need for it to sort of manifest and to be executed.
I love that. And Alfie, I'm just so happy that it happened for you because I can't think of a better person. You're genuinely so sweet. He's so nice. And this is why I love being around you, just because of
you
your
so
aura
much.
and everything.
Thank you.
But with you saying that, there wouldn't have been a place for you if it wasn't your time, right? There wouldn't have been a number one spot for the biggest TikTok video in South Africa in 2022 if
Man,
Alfie
please.
didn't jump on TikTok. So that's what I want to say first and foremost. You literally got told that you had the number one video in the whole of the Republic of South Africa, Cyril's whole entire republic.
The stuff.
Oh, please, it's true. Alfie,
And it is true.
it is. Speak to us about that, right? When you got told you have the biggest TikTok video, what did that feel like even before you talked to us about jumping on TikTok?
You know what? It was such an incredible moment for me because that specific video was a video of me imitating my mom.
Yes.
And I draw so much strength from my mother because like my mom was literally the superhero that I wanted to emulate all my life. With anything that I do, I always have my mom in the back of my head, like,
Yes.
okay, needs to make sure that I get her coins,
Ah.
so she can do her thing. So when I got the news, I was like, what? How?
Mom, you are my superpower.
Literally.
Yes.
Literally. And I mean, she can't stand that video.
Because you're making fun of her, Alfie.
But I was just like, you know what? Some of the things that we take for granted they will just become the things that God uses to just be like, yeah,
Yes.
that's my Kamehameha.
That's right.
And when I post anything on TikTok, I don't post with the hopes to go viral. I don't post like, it's just like, I hope people see this. Let's check the numbers. What's going on? No. I just try to be the voice of the voiceless, number one,
Lovely.
because I say things that, sometimes are so cringe, but we were all thinking it.
Yes.
Two, I like to just be relatable. So we're like, hey, listen, you're not the only one who's complaining about the clouds and the rain and whatnot.
Yes.
Somebody else is feeling it, and here's a way to articulate it, So I think that's been us from, a TikTok journey perspective, and to be awarded that, like, it's just like, wow.
It is a wow, my
Yes.
Alfie,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
because, I mean, for you, your like super growth started in 2022.
Yes.
And so in less than a year, you
Yes.
came out having the top video over everyone who's been there for even just like a
Dude,
couple of
who
years.
are verified, who have been doing so
Yes.
well, like with crazy numbers, and it's like, how? Somebody needs to check those numbers.
No, they don't got it, honey. It's you. When it's your time, it's your time.
It really
and
is.
I wanted to ask you because I feel like, it was just a culmination of a really beautiful thing to see you just keep rising in 2022. And of course, it was your emceeing and then coupled with what your videos did on social media.
Sure.
So speak to me about how TikTok and just social media as a whole has changed your life. And I'm talking about going from this is how I used to do life. I was
Yes.
emceeing in and out and I'd go home and that was the end.
Sure.
To now, how Alfie's living, working with some of the biggest brands in the world, not just in South
Crazy.
Africa.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Co-hosting shows with the
Yes.
likes of our sister station, Metro
Yes,
FM,
yes.
Thibaut Touch.
Yes, yeah.
Tell us about how life has absolutely changed for you, the good and the bad.
So I was a regional communications and marketing manager at the South African National Parks. Incredible job.
Yeah.
And because a gift is a gift and a gift is so problematic, it's so attention seeking.
Yes.
It's almost like a candle. You can't, it doesn't burn out. It always just wants to shine. When you cover it, it burns you. So this gift is just like, hey, bro, listen, I know that we have been stealing time on weekends, to do our gigs and stuff.
Yeah.
But I need us to just like do us now. So in March 2022, I decided to quit my job. I spoke to my seniors and was like, this has been so fun. I don't have a plan. I gotta go.
Without a plan, Alfie.
Without a plan. Without a plan, I was like, I gotta go.
Oh my
But
goodness.
because my emceeing gigs had gained so much momentum through TikTok,
Yeah.
I was like, if all goes south, I'm just gonna be in the parking lot begging for my job back.
Guys, you might see me here again, but like I'm 95% sure you won't. But
I'm just gonna get there and cry.
Yeah.
And have my mom there, So
extra collateral.
Exactly.
Yes.
So what used to be a 9 to 5 at in the corporate space, I had to leave that and now start doing emceeing work literally on almost a daily basis. I mean, we MC all over the show, corporates, weddings, and people love us for weddings. It's like, I don't know how I became the wedding ringer.
You literally are the wedding ringer.
I literally don't know how.
Like, did you get married if Alfie wasn't emceeing your wedding?
Like,
This is the
it's that.
question. Yes.
I can't wait to do yours though.
Me too.
I'm speaking it into your life.
But I'm
wedding.
the mayor of Singletown at the moment. So I don't know when that's
it's
gonna
gonna change.
happen. But
You
thanks.
see, now that
Thank
I've
you.
told you,
Yes.
you see,
Yeah. Oh.
combos.
So I was about to say, so you see, we exchange energy. Yeah, I like this. I like it.
Now, so now it's we split up our days with having to prepare, because I think that is so important. I can never be too good at what I do,
Come
I
on.
need to spend a lot of time preparing, watching the likes of you guys and watching other MCs and other presenters. Be like, okay, she does like this, he does like this. Okay, how do we make this into an Alfie way? And then we don't have weekends, because that's when all the events happen.
That's when he's making money.
No.
Collecting the bag, honey. Securing now.
And then there's the social media stuff, having to curate content and looking at a brief and just seeing how we can change it around and make it look Alfie, make it look relatable, and sort of just shake tables on the net.
So you see, this is the thing. I want the shaking of the tables when I wear an outfit. I like this, right? I love that you gave us your daily routine, because that's so important. I don't think a lot of people know what it means to be a content creator, but then also be, 100% a presenter in so many different rights.
Sure.
But I want to know about the things that social media did in terms of where you stood there and were like, I am mind blown. How did this come from social media? Where
my
you're
word.
being called by big people and all of these things.
I think what I did one big interview at the beginning of the year last year,
Yes.
and from that we got summoned by some of the most biggest brands.
Yes.
I mean, I remember having to do a function for MTN.
Ooh.
We did something for Coca-Cola.
Ooh.
We did something for what was this? TikTok itself. You know,
yes.
we did so many things last year, and I was like, guys, there are bigger beasts.
Yes.
Bigger fish in the sea. Like, why me? And they're like, yeah, you. You. So, and also, when I looked at, you know, what I was able to make from monetary perspective.
Yes.
And the time I spent, it was so crazy because I thought it was just going to be roses and you just get on stage, whatnot. I realized there's just so much more that is expected from you. You just don't stop working, you know. But like social media has really shown me that you can be whatever you want to be.
Come
You can
on.
do whatever you want to do.
And that's the beautiful thing about it. I think social media really does give us a different kind of freedom, and it's so right for us as the generation that we are, right?
Because it seems as though we don't want to work. I always struggle with this. Like, are we passion driven or do we just not want to work? Because I mean, I literally run my life now. I decide whether or not I'm gonna get that bag. I decide whether or not I want to take that event.
Yes.
But I'm realizing
I don't want to work. That's it. Alfie just said my money is enough. That's what I heard. I heard my money is enough. You don't need to give me your gig. I am fine, thank you.
Please. I have been living off bread and eggs.
All right. But Alfie, I'm so glad that you're at that point because it's always such a beautiful place to be in where you get to decide for yourself what you feel to be valuable and not valuable. But I want to quickly go to just pretty much and what it is that you want people to feel, right? Because I don't want to misquote Oprah, right? So listen properly. It's not even Oprah. It's Oprah's best friend. I'm sorry. It's Maya Angelou. Okay. She said, and this is at the top of Alfie's profile, I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never forget how you made them feel.
Yep.
Alfie, speak to us about that because I know that you're someone who's very passionate about making sure that you give off the right vibe.
Sure.
That people don't go away being like, Elfie.
Actually.
Yeah, it's not
sure.
make sure.
Yeah.
Exactly, yes.
Listen, if there's one thing, so my other name is Sipho. And if there's one thing that my family taught me is that Sipho means gift, right?
Yes.
You are a Sipho. Make sure that you are that gift wherever you go, in the smallest of ways or in the biggest of ways. Just make sure that you are a Sipho. And gifts are beautiful. They add no sorrow. You know, they don't have bad vibes.
Yeah.
You know? So I try my utmost best constantly, even when I'm having my bad days, to still remain a Sipho. I want you to sort of think, you know what, today was a crazy day, but that bearded oak, you know, just those 30 seconds I spent with him were enough to just put a smile on my face. And that to me it just means the world to me. It means the world to me. It's just when somebody bumps into me and they're like, thank you, needed that, they move.
I love that. And would you say that is your why? Because that's one of my favorite things to ask people. I want to know, what is the reason that Alfie gets up in the morning? Is that it?
That is my why. That is my why. But it's a why I also try to manage because I try not to be Clark Kent. Okay. I'm not going to make everyone smile. Yes. I'm not going to save every day. You know, there are days where I need saving. There are days where I'm not in it, you know, but if I can still leave a smile on someone's face, oof, thank you.
I love that.
Thank you.
And Alfie, with you saying that I'm not going to be Clark Kent every day, we on radio, like, it doesn't matter what you're feeling like.
Sure.
You need to show up.
You need a buzz.
You got to be there, exactly. And even on the days, like, you know, the 1 or 2, let's say a year that you choose, where you get there. And because at the end of the day, we are real people. And it is always great for our 5M family to be able to relate to us.
Of course.
So you do get there and you're like, hey, guys, I'm not having the best day.
Sure.
But we're going to do this, right? Yeah. But I feel like you guys are almost sort of on the same wavelength as us, where I look at all your guys' videos, and in every video you're smiling, you're dancing,
Exactly.
you're happy, you're making
Yes,
people laugh.
yes.
Speak to us about always having to show up despite how you feel as a content creator and the person that is in your space.
Now, if there's one thing that I realized last year is the need for therapy. Oh my word. Like,
Sure.
you know, because we people a lot, and sometimes we don't people physically, we people with our followers, you know, and they sort of expect, you know, some form of thing, you know, from us, some form of energy. Not to say that people always expect us to be happy, but there's an energy that they expect, and that's why they follow us, because they enjoy that content. I always love calling them my family, my supporters, you know. But I have spent quite a lot of time managing myself because I'm a recovering people pleaser.
Oh,
You know,
Alfie, you're preaching to the choir. Yes.
So I'm recovering from that to be able to now draw boundaries, to be able to say no, and to also express when I'm just not, it's not it. Today is just not it. You know, be able to express that, but still in a soft manner to be like, okay, no, it's just today, you know. So even when I'm off, I'll still show up, because the beauty about a gift is that it comes with aids and provision for it.
Come on.
know, so you have that amount of energy to just do that 3-hour slot.
Yes.
You know, you'll get it from somewhere. It will come as and when it's needed, and it will leave, you know, and you can go back to feeling however you want to feel. Because that gift is supposed to feed people and feed the masses. Because, you know, life can't stop because, you know,
You don't feel good.
life needs to move. And sometimes your healing or your good mood will come from healing others. I've found that as well. You know, sometimes I can be having a terrible day and say, you know, today is a bad day, don't talk to me. And somebody will just be like, yo, I'm also feeling like that. And that on its own is just like, phew,
I'm not alone.
I'm not alone.
Yeah,
So,
and now they know that they're
exactly,
not alone.
yes. So that to me just matters. And when you're just honest about it, like, hey, you know, this is how I feel. Somebody once bumped into me on the anniversary of my sister's passing, and they wanted a selfie, and I was wearing a mask and shades because my eyes were swollen, and I took off my shades and was like, babe, today
I can't. Yeah.
and she was like, hey, listen, so today I'm depositing in you, you know. And like, I went home, of course I was weeping, and I do a lot of traffic crying and singing. It's so cool. Like, I was like,
You're there driving.
on the N1, can't see anything, cars
Alpha,
hooting. But so I, you know, that day was just, it was so good to me. And she checked up on me afterwards, like, hey, listen, how did you? And I was like, yo, I needed you today. You know, you were my gift today. So yeah, it happens.
That is beautiful.
We give each other and we take from each other.
100%. And I know exactly what you mean about the whole thing of sometimes it's in doing the job that it heals you a little bit. You know, with that whole fake it till you make it, where people are like, it's a bad thing. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you do need to just keep going to be able to actually keep going. And like you said, I mean, on some of my baddest days, we'll get one of our 5M listeners just pouring into us, and we're like, yo.
Imagine.
Like,
and it's unscripted and unplanned. You don't even know. Just like, bro, do you have cameras on me? Because you are literally speaking to me. You know?
Did you know?
Exactly.
It really is such a special thing. And I think that's why we can appreciate the people that we get to interact with all the time, you know?
Yes.
But, my Alfie, I wanted to speak to something that you said. And, you know, you were kind of just talking about how, you know, there's different things that you've had to go through. And I want to ask you, as Alfie, what would you say has been the most challenging thing for you that you've had to go through over the last 13 years, especially being that person who's having to put yourself out there all the time, you know, whether it was personal or within the industry? What was it that really challenged you and possibly even made you a little bit better for it?
I think one of the biggest things that I've always had to fight with is my imposter syndrome.
Really?
Yeah, I've had that from a young age. And, you know, I keep throwing punches at that guy, but like, he always just resurfaces somehow.
Yes.
But one of the most rewarding things for me is me literally being given an opportunity or being given a platform and wrestling my imposter syndrome, because, you know, our imposter syndrome will come through and be like, why you?
Yeah.
Who do you think you are? You're not even that great.
Sure.
You know, you're not even that good looking. Not.
Not this face.
So, your imposter syndrome will say so many things to you. But the second you step onto that stage, or you assume the responsibility of that opportunity, right there and then, you've just whipped your imposter syndromes, dude. You know, you have literally won the battle.
Yeah.
Whether you fumble along the way, whether it is remarkable and impressive, but at the second you choose to still leap into the deep end, you've won the battle right there and there. And those consecutive wins will constantly make you feel better. It's like, okay, yes, yesterday he had hands. He had hands.
You did.
But we're in it today.
Yes.
We're in it today, you know. So no matter how big the stage I'm given. I mean, I had to co-host with one of the biggest DJs in the country.
Yes.
I have to be interviewed by the likes of you, people who have been doing this for years and are so good at it. And I'm just there like, hey bro, I just bring beard.
Oh please.
You know?
Oh please.
So that for me, the second we start, I've just won the battle.
Come on.
I've just won. And if I won last week's one and last year's one, I'll win this one.
And the next.
I'll win.
And the
I'll
next.
I'll win.
I love that. And I love that you spoke about that, because so many people struggle with imposter syndrome. And sometimes you're not even able to identify it.
Yes.
It comes at you
Yes.
and you don't even know why you're feeling
like,
the way you're
what?
feeling.
It's like, what?
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah,
But
yeah,
thank you
yeah.
for bringing that up,
Sure,
Alfie. And
sure.
I mean, even someone of the likes of you,
Dude.
who is such a superstar,
Please no.
you know, and you are. Sometimes, you know, it gets to you as well. And I
Exactly.
think that that's so comforting for anyone who does struggle with it.
Sure.
And from what I'm getting in terms of what you're saying is that you just got to keep going.
Just keep going. Just keep going. And sometimes you may lose against your imposter syndrome. You know, sometimes your imposter syndrome be like, yeah, not you, dude. Bye. You know?
Yes.
But just pick yourself up again and be like, yeah, dude, I'm ready for you again. Just keep moving. It's so crazy because we want these perfect opportunities and these perfect moments.
Yeah.
Move regardless.
Exactly.
Move.
I love that. And another thing is, I don't think anything is ever necessarily 100% perfect, but it is perfect for you.
Exactly. And when you look back, you're like, whew.
Yes.
What a moment.
Exactly.
What a time. You know?
Yes. And I think it's in hindsight that you're sometimes able to be super grateful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I want to quickly ask you, just in terms of you and, you know, kind of moving into the space that you're going into,
Sure.
right? Because last year you were a content creator, you were an MC. Now you're kind of looking at different things.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
So
yes,
Alfie,
yes.
speak to us. What are these things that we can expect, that we have already even seen actually, but we're not 100% sure, but you're doing them?
So we're in broadcasting now.
Yeah.
Broadcasting summoned us. We had a TV show last year, 2 TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
And actually just yesterday we received an email with an offer to be like, hey, season 2, my guy.
Come on.
season 2.
Is this a 5FM exclusive? Oh my goodness.
This actually is. So there's that. And also what I keep seeing is that radio keeps summoning my name. You know, it's in the horizon somewhere. It's just like, hey, you know, I'm making a seat for you here. So
love
I think
that.
that's something that is going to also just blossom in this new year. MCing is my passion. MCing is my life. Like when I'm on stage and I'm MCing anything, I literally have an outer body experience just watching myself like, look at you. Look at you.
Look at you, honey. Look at you go.
You know? So that will definitely keep that.
Yeah.
But we're really just, you know,
Moving into the broadcasting
baby
space.
steps on broadcasting, and I think that's really beautiful. That's going to be quite another big challenge of us, but we're ready.
Of course you are.
Who
You're
are we?
Alfie.
Please.
Come on,
Come
stop.
on.
And Alfie, because you said that, and this, of course, is a radio station, you know,
yes,
a favorite youth
yes,
station,
yeah.
by the way. Yeah, thank you.
Please, can I give you my CV
Exactly.
now?
Not even just CV. You can send CV, send demo. But I
Yes.
am going to challenge you to give us a radio link before we wrap things up.
All
so
right.
you can put it together in your mind now
Okay,
while we
cool.
finish off with our chat.
Okay,
and then
cool.
you got to, because the bosses are going to watch this,
Oh, my
right?
word.
Exactly. So this is like your audition. You feel
Okay,
me?
yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah,
Perfect.
yeah,
Okay. So moving on, I know that you're somebody who dreams big.
Yeah.
And this is why every single time whenever I'm like, Alfie, this is what I see for you, and.
Sure.
I mean, even when we met,
Sure.
you were like, that's exactly what I want to do.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
what exactly do you want to do in the next couple of years? Let's say even the next 5 years. Where do you want to see Alfie?
I think we want to turn, and you will notice every time I speak of Alfie, I speak in plural. I think Alfie is an institution.
Sure.
I think Alfie is a building, multiple buildings.
Yes.
I think Alfie is a lot of people. And that's what we're going to try to do in the next 5 years. I'm going to work myself to the bone to achieve that. I think there's so much more that we are going to be able to offer, and so much more love that we're going to give to others through this Alfie thing. You will see the empire grow.
Come on.
And yeah, it's going to be quite a beautiful thing to watch.
I love that. And I know that you've even spoken about wanting to, go overseas at some point and take your
yes.
talent there.
Yes.
Is that the ultimate goal?
Sure. That is. I for the longest time, I thought that would be the ceiling. And I've come to realize that sometimes what you see as the ceiling, God is looking at like, oh, okay.
That's
welcome
the
to the kiddies
floor.
area.
I love that.
you know? So there's a whole lot of stuff that we're going to do. There are so many people that we're going to engage, and so many screens that we're going to be seen on,
That's right.
locally, internationally. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be huge as well. You said Alfie's an institution. Can I enroll?
Yes.
How do I
definitely.
register?
Don't you worry.
Can
Don't
I?
you worry.
Thank you.
Got you in there.
Oh,
Got
thank
in
you.
there,
How much is the
yes.
registration fee?
There's no registration.
Ah!
You don't. Please, we
Thank
need you.
you.
We need you.
I love you. Alfie, I also know though that you are just somebody who's going to continue to shine, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you for allowing your light to be in every corner of South Africa.
Thank you so much.
By you just being on social media and doing all of these things, I think that you touch so much more people than you even think.
Thank you.
And that's why we appreciate you so much. I really, I'm so excited to see you grow.
Thank you
And
so much.
Before I give you the final parting words,
Yes.
I have some fun questions for you.
Oh, let's go.
And I mean, not that the rest of it hasn't been fun, but like this is quick fire.
Let's
you
go.
gotta, it's yes or no, it's up or down,
Sure,
big
sure.
explanations. Right, here we go. Would you date in the industry?
Yes.
Are you single?
Yes.
Oh, do you like being single?
No.
Hey, can people jump into the DMs?
Yes.
Give us a foolproof pickup line. Something you'd say to someone to like get their number or something.
Yo.
Anything.
I've got guababa, okay?
You don't ask people
my
for their
word.
numbers.
I'm always just like, I'll just like have a weird sneeze. And it's like, oh my word, our flu, do you have tissue? I can't flirt to save my life. I'm so embarrassing. I am so embarrassed. I'm just like, hey, please date me. I don't have a dad. Like, I'll say weird stuff.
Not please date me. I got daddy issues. Please
Yeah,
take
you know,
sympathy
I'm
on
just
me.
like, oh my word, please.
What is
Actually,
wrong with
I
you?
need therapy, please.
Alfie, no.
I'm kidding.
I'm gonna be your wing woman. No.
Please, I want to need you, bruh.
You are so silly. Oh my goodness. All right. 1 million rand. You can share with those you love, or 1 billion that you can't share with anyone.
Hey, bruh.
Yeah.
Wait, and let me tell you why.
Tell me.
Because if I have a billion, I can turn that into other millions and other billions,
And that you'll
then
share
I'll
with
share
them.
that.
Okay.
But you cannot lose the bag. You gotta protect that bag, dog.
I love that.
The bag.
And the bag.
The bag.
Important.
Please,
And
because now when you've got 1 billion and you make 1 million from that, then we can shake a law.
All right.
Everyone gets 1 million.
You're getting one. You're getting one. Okay, Oprah. Thank you. Favorite movie?
Favorite movie?
Yes.
Shrek 2.
Oh, that is so cute. Favorite cartoon?
Favorite cartoon has to be Adventure Time.
Oh, why are you so adorable? Okay. I need to ask you
Yes.
your favorite event that you've ever emceed.
My favorite event that I hosted the summers, and that for me,
Done.
I
Mic
hosted the summers,
dropped.
and that's the biggest, that's the wildest, the most challenging, and therefore my most favorite.
I
for
love
now,
that. For now. Come on.
because I mean when we're doing the Emmys,
Exactly,
you
the
know,
Golden
you
Globes
can't-
when we're
oof,
co-hosting the
that's
Grammys.
the problem, you see.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking black.
Yes, I was thinking black with a touch of red.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. I was okay. So like, if I, okay, we'll discuss.
We'll
that.
discuss.
Sure,
We don't want to give it away, so you
sure.
guys tune in on the night.
Of course, yeah.
Coming soon.
Sure.
Next one. Someone you have to work with one day.
I can't say you because our
You're so
paths
cute.
cross so many times.
Yes.
I definitely like to work with two people right now,
Mm-hmm.
three actually. One being Miss Connie Ferguson.
Oh, yes.
I would love to just work with her. I don't know what it is about her, but
Yeah.
I'd really like to work with her. Trevor Noah.
Oh,
He inspires me so much.
my goodness.
he's
Me
but-
and you both.
Like when I pray, I'm just like I don't even like name him anymore. I have a picture of him. Like God,
I love that. I
My
was going to
God.
say, God, what you did for
God.
Trevor.
God,
Yes.
and I mean of course like Beyonce.
Beyonce. Who
I
doesn't
don't know
wanna
how
work with the
I'm
queen?
working with her.
Neither
but
do I, but we're going to
I
get
just
there.
know I'm just gonna have this like, oh gosh, she's calling again. Just
It's Beyonce. What do you need to say? I love that. I love
I
that.
can't wait. I
Also,
just can't wait.
we'll triple host the Grammys
Yes.
with Trevor. Yeah, but
Oh no.
no, why?
I
Hi, Bo.
think you know what? I think like he's done them so much. He probably won't want to do
has.
them.
Okay, so then what will he be doing? when
He's gonna hand over the baton to us.
I suppose.
you know,
Yeah,
so
and then he'll be
I wanna
directing.
I want him to be seated there, and I want to be poking fun at him.
I love that.
You know, to be like, yeah, I want you up, Trevor. You know, you know, because I mean, he is so seasoned, he's so incredible, and it would be so nice, just doing it in front of your mentor.
That's true,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I love that. And of course, I need to ask you, will we get a book
Yes.
one day?
We will. Also, Alfie also writes.
Yes, you are a writer.
Yes, I'm a
Yes,
writer.
that's
I'm a
why.
collaborator in a magazine. And yeah, we definitely will have a book one day. It's a really crazy one. I think at some point I'm even considering a book just full of pictures, you know, just
but
to show people my journey of ADHD and how I was just like the class clown and the weird one, you know.
cute, yes.
So yeah, we definitely will have multiple books.
I love that. And I can't wait. Please, can I put in my copy now?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Audio version. I think you'd like that.
I
also.
would, because I love your voice. Exactly.
Come
Thank you. Speaking of loving your voice, you are going to have to do your link now.
Oh my word.
Yes. So, Alfie, remember, the 5M bosses are watching.
Oh my word.
This is how we're wrapping things up for 5 Unscripted. So, yes, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Zanele Potelwa and the favorite Alfie on 5 Unscripted. And that was incredible to listen to and to watch. We'll see you again on 5 Unscripted. Enjoy.
That's right. An absolutely extraordinary talent. I don't gotta say anything more. He did it all.
So
Alfie,
hard.
thank you for
Thank
coming.
you so
Please.
much. Thank
You
you
made
so
us
much
look
for having
easy.
me.
Thank you for coming through, my love. Please continue shining. You're incredible. I know you're still gonna continue to change the world. You already are a world changer, and we appreciate you. We love you, and I can't wait to have you on my show the next time that you do something really big. Yeah,
Super
Let's do
stuff.
it.
Yes, thank you so much, man.
It's Alfie on 5 Unscripted. We'll check you out again later. Remember to catch me 12 to 3 Monday to Friday on 5 Lunch. But for now, it's a whole lot of love and bye-bye.
This is 5FM.